Hello, everybody. This is Sunday. It's October 10th, and we are headed into week 7 of our online astronomy course. Hope you've had a good week. We had a really stormy, rainy week here, and much welcome rain and even some snow dusting the top of our mountains here. So the seasons are changing, and we are heading into our study of the 4 terrestrial planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. Now, we've already learned about Earth, and we've learned about its moon, but now we're going to learn about our nearest neighbors. We will start out looking at Mercury, which is a lot like our moon. It's heavily cratered, no atmosphere, very hot because Mercury is close to the sun. And then we'll take a look at really what our 2 nearest neighbors are, Venus and Mars. Venus a little bit closer to the sun, Mars a little bit farther from the sun than Earth is. And we'll learn about how different these 2 planets are from Earth. In fact, it was believed that billions of years ago, they were all very much like Earth. But since that time, their distance from the sun and the way their atmospheres developed have caused them to be very, very different. And in fact, Venus has a super greenhouse effect. And so, in fact, even though Venus is farther from the sun than Mercury is, Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system. But we'll spend most of the module taking a look at Mars. That's where our exploration efforts are now focusing on Mars. And just fairly recently, we've had a new rover land on Mars, the Perseverance rover. And you can see an artist's conception of Perseverance on the surface behind me here. I'll move to the side, maybe you can see it a little bit better. There's the Perseverance rover. And it's about the size of a small SUV. And it is roaming around a very interesting location on Mars called Jezero Crater. And this was once at the end of a delta where we believe flowing water deposited a lot of sediments in this region. And Perseverance is going to be drilling into those sediments, looking for signs of past life. In fact, that's what Perseverance's mission is, looking for signs of past life. And so Perseverance is going to dig down, drill down, I should say, into the Martian crust, put samples into little tubes, and those little tubes are about the size of my finger here. And then it's going to leave those tubes on the surface. And maybe you can see those tubes on the surface right behind me there. And those will be picked up and returned to Earth on a later mission. So this is the very beginning of a sample return mission. Just very exciting time in the exploration of our solar system that's going on right now. And there has been, in fact, some news that was just released this past week about the Perseverance rover, and I'd like to share that with you. So let me show you what that is. It's a release that talked about what Perseverance has found out about Jezero Crater and its watery past. And these are some pictures that have been returned of escarpments that are caused by this outflowing water. Now, what you're looking at here is something like part of a delta. And you can see these along the Wasatch Front. If you look at the mouth of any canyon, you'll see a region where silt and sediment has been carried out of those canyons by rapidly flowing water. And if there's really a lot of water coming out, you can even transport large boulders down. And that's what we believe we're looking at here in these photos, some large rocks that have been carried down and forming this escarpment. An escarpment is just a cliff, a sudden transition from one landform to another. So we're looking at this Martian escarpment here. So Perseverance is just beginning to do its work. It's drilled a couple holes. It has filled up, I think so far, one tube, left it on the surface. And it's going to be a really exciting time seeing what Perseverance comes up with. Now, I also want to take a look at what's in the night sky, because if you took a look at the night sky this weekend, you didn't see much except the undersides of rain clouds. And so let's take a look at what's going to be up in our night sky. So I'll pull up Stellarium here. And this is, if you go out on the 13th, and that is this Wednesday. And if you look out to the south and the southwest, this is around 8 o'clock. So it's, about an hour after sunset. You'll see Venus over in the southwest, low in the sky, about to set. And Venus is very close to this bright red giant star. It's ASTR is this star. And if I move over toward the east from Venus and ASTR, we'll come to Sagittarius, the constellation of Sagittarius, the little teapot. Here's the body of Sagittarius. Here's the handle. Here's the spout. And here's the top of the teapot. And right here, right above the spout of Sagittarius, you're looking toward the center of our galaxy. Now, you're not going to be able to see the Milky Way very well this week because the moon is going to be in the sky, in the southern sky for most of this week. And that means that the bright light of the moon is going to wash out the Milky Way. So I'm planning on taking a look next week at the Milky Way, and we'll be closer to the moon setting at a decent time so you can go out and take a look at it. But what's nice is that our moon right now is just past the first quarter phase, and it's going to be passing near Saturn and Jupiter. So here it is on Wednesday, it's right under Saturn. And if I go forward to Thursday, the moon will have moved between Saturn and Jupiter. And Friday, it will have moved even past Jupiter as the moon moved more and more eastward in the sky every night against the distant background stars. Also, if you just turn 180 degrees, let's take a look north. Here we go. And what's nice in the north here, we're looking northwest as you are looking here. You can actually see the Big Dipper this time of year right side up. In other words, the dipper is pointed up like you could actually catch water in it if you were using it as a dipper. And so other times of year, if you go out and see the Big Dipper, it's either lying on its side or it's upside down and high in the sky. But this time of year, the Big Dipper is low in the sky and right side up. And you can follow these two stars in the Big Dipper's bowl. And if you follow them up, you'll hit the North Star Polaris. So I hope you get a chance to go out and take a look at the sky. And I hope you enjoy learning about our neighboring planets, the terrestrial planets, the ones that are small, they're rocky, they're dense. They're completely unlike the Jovian planets, the gas giants that we'll be learning about in the module after this one, namely Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. We're studying the small, dense, rocky guys that are near the sun this week, and I hope you enjoy learning about that. So have a great week, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. So until then, bye-bye.